Okay, even shorter, hotter takes. So, Microsoft and OpenAI launched a $2 million fund to combat election deepfakes. $2 million, I can't remember who said it. It's like, I don't even know how to count that low. Two of the most valuable companies in the world putting $2 million towards election deepfakes. It's like leaving a 1% tip. It's like actually broadcasting that you're not going to take this thing seriously.
The keyword here is the same keyword as the last hot take, which is performative.
But what a terrible performance.
Yeah, terrible.
That, if this whole performative thing around Apple, to Elli, your point, was really successful because it got people talking about the iPad, what this has got people talking about is the fact that Microsoft and OpenAI are not taking election fraud seriously at all. So why spend even $2 million on that performative thing that's just going to backfire and make it say, well, you obviously don't give a shit about this?
It's such a farce. As Kara Swisher put it, they spend more on kombucha in the offices in 1 week than the $2 million that they've put towards this. I also like the way that Scott Galloway put it on a more serious note. The AI question of deepfakes in election is creating a weapon of mass distraction. And I think that's the real thing to focus on, is the question of how it might be used, and the fact that they've allocated $2 million. I heard some optimist out there, and I don't know how much they got paid to say this, that maybe that's all it takes to apply a digital signature to AI generated work.
Yeah, look, the reality is they're probably spending millions and millions and millions of dollars on R&D around signatures or deepfakes and detection and, countermeasures and whatever. This was kind of, I don't know, some marketing, non-profit budget that was like, hey, yeah, let's put a few bucks into this, and that ended up backfiring.
Just don't announce it. Do it, but don't announce it.
But as we talked about many times before in this show, these companies are not monoliths. They're made up of individuals making individual choices. And what I'd like to do on the show actually is really go deeper and try to figure out who the individuals behind these decisions and products are, and talk more about them. More like the movie shows that talk about the directors and DPs and editors and sound designers. I really think that these people deserve more limelight, and these companies talking about them as monoliths is actually somewhat of a mistake. And so I think we need to go a little deeper and understand the individual personalities behind it.
Yeah, that's actually very true. When I was at Google, I used to listen to these shows, and they were like, Google thinks this and Google thinks that. And I'm like,
yes,
Google has no fucking clue what it thinks, because everyone on the inside disagrees and has different opinions on this. So the idea that there is some perfect hive mind directing these things is simply factually inaccurate. And I agree with that point.
Mistakes get made. And frankly, you're probably right, Chris, is that they probably are contributing meaningful budgets to this type of work already. They just should have allocated it in the press release when they put this through. They should have said, we're allocating this $2 million fund, and also we're already doing all of this other work. Here it is. And probably that was just a mistake internally that was made.